Right, okay, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today's my match reaction to Chelsea 1, Fulham 2 in the Premier League. A disappointing Boxing Day result, let's be honest. Let's get into it. Yeah, I mean, not what you want on Boxing Day, is it? Absolutely not what you want on Boxing Day. Everything about it, a bit of a nightmare. I mean, a loss in a local derby, you know, a comeback from them, a late comeback from them. I mean, yeah, really not ideal. And I mean, look, it's really obviously really disappointing result, but we got what we deserve, I think. I mean, okay, yeah, maybe we should have got a point out of that. I mean, look, it was a scrappy game. You know, we tried to get a hold of it, we couldn't really, but both teams gave the ball away a lot. But we especially, there was times in that game where we just tried to manage the game a bit better. We tried to keep hold of the ball, go back quite a bit. And I know it's something both Kyle Palmer and Enzo Maresca got asked about in their post-match interviews about improving the game management. That's something we definitely needed to do. It's a really scrappy game. It was pretty end to end second half. I mean, look, you could say we're the better team, but I just feel like the way we dealt with the game and we didn't take our chances, the way it looked quite inevitable of what was going to happen. It looked like inevitable Fulham were going to score eventually. I feel like we had it coming and we didn't. We didn't avoid it, so we got what we deserved. It's really annoying. It's really annoying. I mean, look, start 11, it was expected. The bench was what caught us all out. I mean, Madueke wasn't there. Vega wasn't there. We had two goalkeepers on the bench, and it's been confirmed after the game that Madueke wasn't there for tactical choices. He wasn't injured. He wasn't there for tactical choices. He decided to go with two goalkeepers over Madueke. So that's cost a lot of stick, and as it should. You can't be keeping players up. Madueke out of the squad and putting two goalkeepers on the bench. It just doesn't seem right. Enzo had his reasons. I trust them, but I'm not sure how I feel about that. And the lack of subs, it costed us. We made once again. We made one sub in the full 90 minutes in Nkunku. I think it was a game really calling out for more subs. I mean, Madueke in that game. I mean, look, Madueke going forward in that game would have been really helpful, but defensively in that game, I'm not actually sure if Madueke would have been the right choice. You look at the defensive shift Neto put in, especially. Would have Madueke have done that in that game? I'm not so sure. But going forward, I think we definitely probably could have done with him at times. Lack of subs cost us that game. Clear, we need something fresh on there. It never really came. We'll see, Nkunku came on, did his best, but respectfully didn't make a massive impact. He should have had a chance where he could have scored. Great save from Leno. But we really did need a few subs in that game, I think. And it is quite clear we need a second goal. Very clear we need a second goal. I mean, look, Enzo and Cucurella all forced brilliant saves out of Leno. You've got to give it to Bern Leno, put in a really good performance. As I said, off them three, made some really good saves. But we just looked like we struggled. It was just that end made product. We looked deadly, but we just struggled with any end product. We couldn't really put anything together properly. It just cost us the same. We just a bit sloppy, and I think sloppy as well defensively. If I'm totally honest, I mean we're giving it away a lot more than what we usually would. I think they tore us apart on the counter. I mean the amount of space they got so many times. You look at both goals; they've got a ridiculous amount of space in. The Robertson chance what Sanchez meant to save from. There was so often they had so much space going forward. It just did seem inevitable they were going to score. I mean, I say Robinson, we struggled a lot with their full-backs / wing-backs. They were all over us. Robinson especially and Castagno, absolutely all over us. Also, they switched to 5-back, caught us out there, and the amount of space and time they had, it was almost inevitable they were going to score. But we sort of stuck to what we were doing, didn't really make any subs, didn't really take or create any great chances, and we sort of paid the price for that. Really disappointing. To lose a local derby on Boxing Day is not a nice feeling, especially in that fashion. It's annoying. It's annoying. So I mean, look, it's a weird one because we didn't play bad necessarily, but we failed to adapt. That's what it was. We failed to adapt, and that costed us. But I mean, look, it's a disappointing result. Obviously, Everton We didn't play well, but I took a point at Everton. Goodson Park's place we struggled. I would have taken a point there. Brentford, it was a mixed bag. The late on it was tricky. I think we struggled a bit late on to left as well. I think it seems to be late on was killing us. But yeah, I mean that probably hopefully that's the end of the title talk. I'm sick of the title talk. Hopefully that's the end of the title talk. I mean, the Brentford Everton this game, as of the performances, they're not being. I mean, the Brentford one was decent. So the one the other day, it wasn't bad, but we failed to adapt. And the Everton one, it wasn't great. I think them sort of overall. I think in those 3 games, you can clearly see the flaws we have. I think that probably will be the end of the title talk, hopefully, and hopefully that releases pressure. I know the players and the coaches necessarily aren't believing in it, but just that pressure that brings, the extra media eyes on us. Hopefully that sort of dissipates that a little bit, and we can just sort of go back to doing our own thing quietly. Let's be honest, that's what we all want to. It's nice getting credit and all that in the media, but one thing the media loves to do is, the one thing they love to do more than build you up is bring you down. So hopefully we can just sort of just go quietly, go along our own business, get a bit of credit, for a little bit every week, and then just move on, leave us alone. I mean, look, table-wise, we're second on 35 points, Forest are third on 34, and Arsenal fourth on 33. Arsenal do play tonight. They play Ipswich, I believe, who we'll see we play next week. We're in a pretty good position. I mean, we're 7 points off Man City, 6 off Newcastle and Bournemouth. Fulham now, actually. We're 7 points off Fulham now as well. They've caught up, 7 points off Villa. So we're in a pretty good place. I mean, this is what we're saying. Those wins against Newcastle and Villa, so how big they'd be. They are really important wins. Bournemouth away as well came as a really important win when you look at how other teams have struggled away there. So we've picked up some important results, and it's helped us where we are now. Obviously, it'd be annoying if Arsenal go above us tonight. Obviously, they can do with a win, but I'm sort of seeing it coming. We're sort of letting them back through the door very early on there in this result. Next up, we've got Ipswich. We've got Ipswich, then we've got Palace, then we've got Morecambe, then we've got Bournemouth. Next few games. So our next 3 Prem games are Ipswich away, Palace away, Bournemouth at home. Look, I mean, Ipswich away, all due respect to Ipswich, they've got some good results this season. They don't seem too bad of a team, but it's a game we should be winning. Team we need to win. I think I'd quite like to see us just go there, get a comfortable win, just get us back on track, really, it'd be nice. Just put in a good performance, that'd be nice, and we'll see what happens from there. Player ratings. So Robert Sanchez, I'm tempted to give him 7, but I mean, Dick can see 2. I'll go 6.5 for Sanchez. Decent performance from Sanchez. Can't complain, made some good saves, kept us in the game. Overall, cannot complain on Sanchez at all. 6.5. Decent performance from Sanchez. I think probably if we didn't lose, probably have higher for me. Gusto, I'm gonna have to give Gusto. I'll go with 5. I don't think he's as bad as some people have made out him to be, but it wasn't his best one. Let's be honest. He got overrun quite a lot, struggling a lot with keeping up with the fullback and the winger. Couldn't really get forward like he usually would, or have as much impact on attacking play as he usually would. So yeah, 5 for Gusto. Tosander Abayo, obviously the Fulham fans taught him all game, but a 6.5 for me. He looked solid, decent enough shift. I think obviously the goal. He's the closest one to Harry Wilson. Doesn't necessarily mean that's his man, but he was the closest one to him. He sort of let him run a bit. Probably should be more aware of where he was, but overall he was relatively solid. So 6.5. Carl, I'm going to say 6.5 as well. Once again, pretty solid as well. Not much to complain about with Carl at all, to be honest. He was decent. Got the assist, the Palmer goal. It wasn't an outstanding assist, was it? But assist nonetheless. Can't take that away from him. You'd say pretty solid. Cucurella, it's a tricky one. It was a very mixed bag of a game for Cucurella. I'm going to go 6, I think. Very mixed bag. I mean, he was doing alright, doing his usual hassling about and stuff. There was a few times where he got challenged. The second goal, I mean, as Sanchez lumps it off, he's just walking in the offside position. That wasn't great. Obviously, that gave him a disadvantage on getting back. Obviously, he couldn't get back in time. He tried, but he wasn't really close. So yeah, 6 for Cucurella. So very mixed bag from Cucurella. Caicedo, it's a tricky one with Caicedo. I'm going to go 6 because he was just average. I mean, yeah, he made some really nice challenges, but overall he didn't really have as much of an impact on the game as he usually would. So yeah, 6. Enzo once again a tricky one. I think going forward he looked alright. So I said earlier, forced a good save out of Leno, putting some decent crosses, putting some dodgy crosses as well. Defensively was a bit of a, is liability the right word? I don't know. Second goal he did better than anyone else you could argue, or I think you say he would. But overall, there was a lot of time where he was just overcommitting, and the Fulham players just guided past him. So mixed bag from Enzo. I'm going to say 6.5 because I don't think it was too bad. Neto 6.5. I think it's said this a few weeks. So I can't remember which game it was about Neto, but he looked really good going forward. He just couldn't quite get that end product, and I don't know if it was necessarily his fault the other day. But I say he just let that end product going forward. Defensively, he had to work really hard. Did a decent job defensively. So yeah, 6.5. Cole Palmer, I can give him 7.5. I mean, really good from Cole Palmer. Yeah, another goal, fantastic goal. Goes past a few players. Really good, calm finish. It's not fast, it's not powerful. It's just really well placed. Yeah, really impressive finish from Cole Palmer. He's unbelievable, and we say every time he's unbelievable. I'm pretty sure he holds the record now for most Chelsea Premier League goals in a calendar year. He's passed Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. He's just incredible. 7.5 for Palmer. Sancho 6. I think it was similar with Neto, Sancho. Going forward, when he actually got the ball, he looked alright, a bit inconsistent at times, couldn't really make many chances, so yeah, 6. Jackson, tricky one again, I'm going to go 6.5. I think I'm going to just repeat myself. It looked really good until it was time for the end product, then he struggled. There was a few times where he went on a few good runs. There was a good run he went on where he passed a few pairs and just put it straight at the keeper on his left foot. He won a few free kicks. Defensively, I think he worked pretty hard, you'd say, like pressing. So yeah, 6.5 for Jackson. Last but not least, in Kunku, I'd have to give him a 6. He was alright, he struggled to get himself into the game. Obviously, he had that one good chance where he did quite well with it. Acrobatics, but he forced a great save out of Leno, unlucky not to get a goal and a late equaliser. So yeah, 6 for Kunku. So yeah, that is it for today then. Disappointing loss, isn't it? Really disappointing loss. But that's how it goes sometimes. It's not going to go your way every time. Let's be honest, we're still having a really good season. We're still in a fantastic position in the table. We've got to accept there's going to be days like this. We just got to go get together, go again for Ipswich away next week. Next week. Yeah, I mean, that's what we've got to say. You say disappointing, but that's how it's going to be. You got to just look at where we went wrong. There's definitely clear signs where we went wrong. We can take it as a learning experience, move on to the next one. Thanks for watching, see ya.